Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and configure an MS-DOS 6.22 and Windows 3.11 virtual machine here in VirtualBox. Now you're gonna have to source the media images for this. I own legitimate copies of all the software, so um, yeah, you're gonna have to find that and do it legally, of course. So anyway, in VirtualBox, we're going to go to New. I'm going to call this Windows 3.1. And I can see that it's chosen the right OS here. 32 megs. I'm going to, yeah, I'll leave that at 32 megs. That'll be good. Let's see. We're actually going to do a 2 gigabyte drive. MS-DOS will have problems above that level. Okay, so create the disk. And now we're going to go to settings. If it ever comes up, there we go. Storage. Click on the floppy device here. And then choose virtual floppy disk file. And I'll go to my operating system disks here. MS-DOS 6.22, disk 1. And it'll boot off of that. Okay. So now we start the virtual machine. And it'll pop up here in a minute. Let me go ahead and do view virtual screen 1, scale to 300% so we can actually see it. Okay. Set up MS-DOS now, press enter. Configure unallocated disk space. What this is going to do is run fdisk and make one big partition on the drive, which is fine, so we'll do that. Okay, so it partitioned the drive, and in MS-DOS you have to reboot after one of those, after you alter the partition tables. So we already have the disk 1 in drive A, so we'll press enter. It'll reboot. Now it's going to automatically format the drive for us. Do-do-do. Okay, looks like the clock settings are right. Country, keyboard layout. Press enter. Take the default directory. I have very particular ways of setting up MS-DOS and whatnot. From having done this for so many years, we'll get to that after the setup completes. So now we need to change the floppy drive, the floppy disk in the virtual drive to disk 2. Press enter. Of course, if you're on a physical machine, it's just a matter of physically, swapping in and out the various floppy disks that it asks for. Now on to disk 3. Okay, it's asking us to eject, so we go to Devices, Floppy Drives, Remove Disk from Virtual Drive. We can press Enter. Then it'll reboot. And now MS-DOS 6.22 is on the hard drive. We can do VER to verify that. Yep. Now I'm going to edit config.sys. So I don't like some of the ways that it does these things. 40 file handles is much more appropriate for a lot of apps. I want to set buffers to 20. And then we'll go ahead and save that. I'm going to edit autoexec.bat. For some reason, the setup always puts this smart drive disk cache above the Echo offline, and it makes the boot up screen really kind of cluttered looking. So I'm just going to move that down below, clean this up a little bit. And yeah, that looks good so far. But we do not have CD-ROM drive support. So I'm going to make a new directory, CD-ROM. Let's change over to that. And then we're going to go to put this DOS 6.22.image in the floppy drive, the virtual floppy drive. That is a boot disk that's available from allbootdisks.com. It just happens to have a working CD-ROM device driver on it. So I'm going to copy a:/cd1.sys to dot, which means the current directory, which is c:/cd-rom. And while we're here, I'm going to check and see if there's a mouse driver included with MS-DOS. I don't believe there is. No. So I'm also going to make a, make a directory MS-mouse. And a:/mouse.star to that directory. It'll give us those items. And now let's see, that's good. So we'll go ahead and eject that boot disk image. And now we're gonna edit config.sys again. And after hymem.sys, the XMS driver is loaded, I'm gonna load the CD-ROM device driver, c:/cd-rom /cd1.sys. We have to give the device a name. I always call it MSCD001. And then device equals c:/mouse, not mouse, MS-mouse, mouse.sys. And we'll optimize the conventional memory usage here with MemMaker after we get all this going. We have one more step. To enable the CD-ROM drive, c:/DOS, MSCDEX, that's Microsoft CD extensions. I think it's .exe, and then again, give it the name, the device name that we put in the device driver in config.sys. What this basically does is uses the hooks in MS-DOS to create a new drive on the system. And the driver handle that it's going to use is determined by this /d flag here. Okay, that's perfect. I think that's going to be enough. Make sure there's no floppy drive. Yeah, I already ejected it. So now we're going to do a soft reboot. Let's see if it picks that up. Okay, yeah, we have the mouse driver installed and MSCDEX. So now we'll move on to Windows 3.1. So in our floppy drive, we're going to go to Windows 3.1, disk 1, and we'll do :setup. Welcome to setup. We're going to press enter to set up Windows. I like using custom setup. Normal default directory. Everything looks good there. And then it's going to copy some files over. Then to release the mouse pointer, put in disk number 2. It's a little laggy while I'm recording the video. Willis, the data shed. Capture the mouse again. Yeah, it's really laggy while recording. Let's see, so now we don't want to set up printers. We don't have a printer connected to this thing. Yeah, that's all good. We have a whopping 2 gigs of hard drive space anyway, so full Windows 3.1 takes 2 megs, 2.5 megs. It's crazy. Yeah, why not? Give it a 119 megabyte permanent swap file. That's great. And now it's going to want to disk 3. I always thought it would have been nice if Microsoft had done a refresh on 3.1 to distribute it on CD-ROM, but they never did. Yeah, you can... Oh,